Welcome to the Wealth Mindset with JD Garnier. Now, I hope you had a productive week in your pursuit to accumulate wealth. My goal is always simple: to help you walk in wealth, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. To take the things that God has already given you and use those to create a life of purpose, so that wealth is more than just what you acquire. Wealth is who you become. You are the wealth, not your real estate, not your business, not your portfolio. You are the wealth. And before you have any of those things, you have a unique set of talents, abilities, gifts, ideas, habits, disciplines, and inclinations that form the basis of everything that you do in this world. And once you tap into that, you start your wealth creation journey. So I'm going to say it again. You are the wealth. Now, in today's society, there's no shortage of people selling you the top 10 secrets, the best 5 ideas, the top 3 ways to do anything. It's very easy to buy information. And I don't have a problem with that, right? If you can find a way, if you can invest in yourself, if you can take a course, if you can get information to help you advance, I'm all for it. The problem a lot of times, I believe, is not the information. It's your willingness to execute. It's your willingness to actually implement the things into your daily life to make the changes that you want. And unfortunately, a lot of times we have all of this information, but no clear idea of how to change our life. And so today, I'm not selling a course. I'm not giving you the 5 top secrets. Today, I want to talk about how to change your life for free. Some things have a monetary cost, and some things have a cost in which you're willing to sacrifice. And when it comes to changing your life, certain things you have to be willing to sacrifice in order to get that done. So today, we're going to talk about how to change your life for free. So the first way to change your life for free is simple. Wake up early. There's dozens and dozens of studies that have been done on the effects and impacts of people that get up early. I'm talking about waking up before the sun comes up. People that get up early have an advantage physically, psychologically, and emotionally. When you're willing to sacrifice your sleep and wake up before the sun comes up, you give yourself an advantage. You get ahead of your day. You get ahead of all of the problems that you may face, and you give yourself time to prepare. When you wake up early, you get up before your problems do. You get up before the activity of the day starts, and it gives you an extreme advantage in advancing your life. Anytime I'm in a rut, anytime things aren't going my way, anytime my life feels stagnant, I change my schedule and I wake up as early as I can, because that extra time gives me the peace of mind that I need to focus on the things that I have to change in my life. And so the first way to change your life for free is to wake up early. I guarantee you'll see results, and it won't cost a thing. The second way to change your life for free is to read 10 pages every day. I didn't say listen to audiobooks. I didn't say watch a YouTube video. I said read. See, a lot of people don't understand this, but when you actually read, it does something that other forms of communication don't necessarily do for your brain activity. See, when you read something, your eyes have to interpret words on the page, but that's just the first step. Because once you interpret those words, then your brain has to imagine and regurgitate what you're actually reading. And so when you read, there is a lot of work going on both sides of your brain, both in the analytical side and the imagination side. And so there's so much going on when you actually read that it gives you ideas, thoughts, and considerations that you wouldn't have any other way. 10 pages a day is 3,650 pages a year. That's between 10 and 15 books. Just imagine how much more advanced, how much smarter, how much more confident you would be and how much more wisdom you would have accumulated just by committing to reading 10 pages a day. So if you want to change your life, read 10 pages a day, and it doesn't cost you anything. The third way to change your life for free is to pray and meditate daily. Now notice I said pray and meditate, because they're two different things. See, I use meditation to free my mind of a lot of the challenges, a lot of the self-doubt, a lot of the worries that I have. I use meditation to give me clarity and to help me get at peace with myself. Prayer, on the other hand, is my opportunity to communicate with God and to help Him and ask Him for guidance and wisdom in things that I don't have an answer to. And so I think it's very important, no matter what level you are in life, to do both. Because at the end of the day, we're looking for peace, and we're looking for peace of mind. And so if we're not in tune with ourselves, and if we're not in tune with God, it really doesn't matter what else is going on. We're not going to have the peace that we're looking for. So if you pray and meditate daily, I promise you, it'll change your life, and it doesn't cost a thing. The fourth way to change your life for free is to stay connected. Your network is your net worth. The circle of people that you communicate with, associate with, and spend time with has a substantial impact on your advancement in life. And so it's extremely important for you to communicate and expand and broaden your network. Stay connected with people in your profession, in anything that you're trying to do or advance. The people that you know and the relationships that you have are way more important than any financial benefits that you'll get. And so staying connected with people ties you and connects you to opportunities. And so networking and expanding and really nurturing that network, nurturing those relationships is enough a lot of times to get you to the next level. Some of the biggest opportunities that I've gotten in my life had nothing to do with how smart I was, had nothing to do with my education or my credentials. It's because of my relationships. People never forget how you made them feel. And if you can expand and build authentic relationships and add value to people's lives, I promise you it will change your life. And it doesn't cost a thing. Now, the fifth way to change your life for free is something that I call mind confusion. Now, if you work out, you're familiar with the term muscle confusion. It's when you consistently change up your workouts to confuse your muscles. See, if you do the same workout every day, your muscles get stagnant, they get bored, they don't have any challenge, and therefore they don't grow. And so in order for you to force your muscles into growth, you have to confuse them. And so by changing up your workouts, changing your routines, changing your timing, you keep your muscles alert because they have to constantly adjust and adapt to those changes to remain stimulated. That muscle confusion in turn helps your muscles develop and grow so that they can expand and be ready to meet those challenges. Life works the same way. With mind confusion, we all can get stagnant. We all can get into a situation or circumstance in life where we're communicating with the same people, we're watching the same things, we're doing the same things, and there's a lot of repetition in human nature. Unfortunately, that repetition stagnates our growth and we don't have any time or opportunity to expand. And so mind confusion is the deliberate strategy of putting yourself in circumstances and situations that are outside of your comfort zone, that are outside of your natural inclination of what you like to do, right? And so that could be anything from reading books that you wouldn't typically read, right, to spending time in building relationships with people that have different ideas and opinions from yourself, traveling or going places that are outside of the realm of which you're normally used to. Anything that you can do to put yourself in circumstances or situations where you are uncomfortable Those are times when mind confusion applies. Because when you're in a situation or circumstance where you're not comfortable, guess what? Your mind has to expand. It has to adapt. It has to grow. It has to adjust to those circumstances. And when it does, it expands your way of thinking. And so mind confusion is the deliberate strategy of putting yourself outside of your comfort zone so it forces your mind to grow. I promise you it'll change your life and it doesn't cost a thing. The sixth way to change your life for free is to deny your desires. Now that's a difficult one, right? Because a lot of us many times are led by our desires. But if you truly want to make a pivot and change the trajectory of your life, you have to give up the thing that you love. You have to deny yourself your desires. You know, one of the things that I talk about in the wealth mindset is sacrifice. A big part of changing your life is being willing to give up something. And when you deny yourself your desires, you are putting or taking back control from the thing that you crave, from the thing that you love, from the thing that has control over you. And so denying your desires is not just about giving something up. It is about having the mental capacity and fortitude to not be led by the things that you want, and instead take back ownership of your life. And so I encourage everybody at some point, whether it's for short periods or for extended periods, we have to deny our desires. We cannot be led by the things that we crave. And at some point in all of our lives, we're going to have to give up the thing that we love the most. For some people, that's alcohol. For some people, that's food. For some people, that's drugs. For some people, that's sex. But whatever that thing is, if you want to change your life, you have to be willing to give it up. And it won't cost a thing. Now, the seventh way to change your life for free is to forgive. We've all been hurt. We've all been betrayed. We've all been in situations where someone has taken our trust and confidence and loyalty for granted. But you have to be willing to forgive. I say this all the time. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. The person that is responsible for your pain is powerless in healing that pain. If I cut you with a knife, the moment that knife pierces your skin, that same blade is powerless in healing the wound. Instead, what happens is your body replenishes itself. Your skin reforms. Your blood re-energizes and replenishes itself. And the body heals from within. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. And so if you want to grow, if you want to expand, you have to be able to heal from within. And that starts with forgiveness. There's a reason why your windshield is bigger than your rearview mirror. It's because what's in front of you is more important than what's behind you. And the only reason that you should be paying attention to what's behind you is to focus on how to move forward and look at things behind you to give you an indication of how to move better as you go forward. And so we have to be willing to forgive. We have to be willing to put those things behind us because, listen, forgiveness is not for the person that you're forgiving. Forgiveness is for you. Because when you hold on to that pain, when you hold on to that hurt, when you hold on to the things in your rearview mirror, you restrict yourself from moving forward. It's impossible to look backwards and move forward efficiently at the same time. And so if you want to change your life for free, you have to be willing to forgive. And it won't cost you a thing. Now, the eighth way to change your life for free is initiative. We all come into this world with different resources. Some people are born rich, some people are born poor, some people have an extreme intelligence and aptitude, some people have natural gifts, talents, and abilities. But the one thing that we all have at our disposal to advance in life is initiative. Initiate. Always do more than what you're expected to do. Whether you're a low-level worker at a fast food chain or you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, always take the initiative to do more than what you're expected to do. When you take that initiative gets noticed. That consistency gets noticed. Initiative will get you noticed more than credentials and education. Because what that says is you've taken ownership of something that needs to be done and you didn't even get compensated for it. And so the person that receives that value from your initiative, the person that receives the benefit from your initiative feels subconsciously obligated. And if you build enough value, if you take enough initiative over the course of your life, you will have planted enough seeds that seeds will eventually grow and pay you back in return. And so if you have nothing else to offer, we all have the initiative. Always do more than what is expected of you. And it does not cost you a thing. The ninth way to change your life for free is to specialize. See, a lot of times people want to be able to do everything. They want to be a jack of all trades. And it's common these days to meet somebody who's doing everything, right? One day they're selling this, the next week they're selling that. They have 3, 4, 5 businesses. It's a misnomer or misconception that people start their success with multiple streams of income. Typically, it doesn't happen like that. Mostly what happens is someone decides to specialize. In the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about the idea of 10,000 hours and how 10,000 hours is the metric of becoming an expert in something. And it doesn't matter whether that 10,000 hours takes you 5 years or 25 years, you can't escape the math. In order for you to truly find success, you have to be able to specialize in one thing. You have to be able to specialize in that thing so much that people identify that thing with you. Your reputation is so high in that thing that people are willing to seek you out in order to do it. There's a reason why a neurosurgeon gets paid more than a general practitioner. Is because they have taken the time to specialize in brain surgery. And so that time that they've taken to specialize means that you're going to be willing to pay more for their services. And so if you really want to change your life, stop trying to be a jack of all trades and choose one thing based on your talents, abilities, and gifts that you can specialize in. And if you put that laser focus, that one thing will generate enough fruit to feed you and your family forever. Specialize. And it won't cost you a thing. And then the last way to change your life for free is to give. See, success is not about what you get. Success is about what you give. When you give the world your talents, your abilities, your gifts, your time, your effort, your energy, people benefit from that. And when people see value out of the thing that you're giving them, that is how you get your compensation. But you have to be willing to give. See, the people that are looking to take, those people may find short-term success. Those people may be able to make short-term money. But you cannot build anything substantial until you become willing to give. Because success is not about what you get, it is about what you give. And whatever your talent, whatever your ability, whatever your gift is, the world needs that. And the more of that you're willing to give to us, the more you're going to be compensated for it. I don't care if you're a teacher, we need you. You're a doctor, we need you. If you're an artist, we need your art. But you have to be willing to give it to us. We need what you have, but you have to be willing to give it to the world to add enough value that the world compensates you back. And so if you want to change your life for free, if you want to change your circumstances, if you want to change your trajectory, you don't have the funds to pay for a coach, to pay for a guru. You don't have the funds to educate yourself. You can use these simple things to change your life for free. Wake up early. Read 10 pages a day. Pray and meditate daily. Stay connected and build your network. Employ mind confusion to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Deny yourself your desires. Forgive. Initiative. Take the initiative. Specialize in something and be willing to give. If you employ those things, I promise you, you will change your life and it won't cost a thing. Now, the thing that I want to end with is for somebody who is feeling like they can't do something, like they don't have the gifts, they don't have the skills. My message to you is to jump at stuff you can't touch. Jump at stuff you can't touch. See, when I was in middle school, there's nothing more I wanted to do than to dunk a basketball, but I just couldn't do it. I tried everything. I tried weightlifting. I tried strength shoes. I just couldn't dunk. And then this older kid said something that I'll never forget. He said, jump at stuff you can't touch. And at first I didn't really understand what that meant, but I tried it anyway. And so every day I would jump at things that I couldn't touch. I would jump at the ceiling. I would jump at the gutters on the roof. I would jump at the rim. And every single day I would get a little bit closer until eventually I was dunking a basketball. And what I realized is that when I jumped at things that I couldn't touch, I was stretching my body, my muscles, and my mind to their limits. I was pushing myself to my absolute limit. And every single day I would jump at things right outside of my grasp. And every single day, those things that were outside of my grasp would get closer and closer and closer until one day, the things that were outside of my grasp were well within my ability to reach. And so when you jump at things that you can't touch, you stretch yourself. You push yourself. You take yourself out of that comfort zone so that you can stretch and push all of the things and the talents and abilities and gifts that you have. And so I encourage everybody, if you're stuck in a situation and you want to change your circumstances, jump at stuff you can't touch. I'll see you guys next time on The Wealth Mindset with JD Garnier.